Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel, and here to talk about the Thursday night football game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Battle of the Unks here on a Thursday night, the Retirement Bowl, the Icy Hot Bowl, whatever the fuck you want to call it. What a game here, dude. The NFL, so many good NFL primetime games this year. I mean, it feels like most primetime games we're getting, they're just delivering really great football games. I was not expecting this high scoring of a game here. 33 to freaking 31 with the Battle of the Unks. But as for the Bengals, this is a much needed win, man. They needed it because it's been too long since they've actually won a game. Now they start the season good, 2-0, but then they lost Joe Burrow, and obviously not having him, you're losing games, and this is a much needed win. The offense looked good tonight. Steelers defense, I don't know, man, it just doesn't look the same. Like, I know Joe Flacco's a veteran, but this is one of the worst running games in the league, and when the Bengals ran the ball, destroyed them. Whenever Jamar Chase, they wanted to get to Jamar Chase, they could do it. Jalen Ramsey got freaking cooked tonight, but a gutsy win by the Bengals. I expected the Steelers to score points against a bad Bengals defense, but Pittsburgh's defense, though, was a collective no-show on its own, because Chase, 16 catches, 161 yards, 1 touchdown, 23 targets. Higgins, 6 catches, 96 yards, 1 touchdown, 10 targets. They couldn't stop those guys. And when Chase Brown ran the ball, Chase Brown ran the ball, man, that's one of the worst running games in the league. And when they did run it, they ran all over the Steelers. And I felt like the game got away in the second quarter from Pittsburgh, man. 17-3, they got outscored there in the second quarter. Like, they played well in the first quarter, the offense did, but in the second quarter, the defense went to shit, and the offense wasn't any good. And it was just, that's when the game kind of got away from them. But I don't know why they had Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase. Pendale face. But yeah, the game kind of got away there in the second quarter. The Bengals offense got into rhythm. I mean, I thought both quarterbacks performed well. You know, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he had those 2 interceptions, but he had 4 touchdowns tonight. This was a very good offensive game. Both teams really ran the ball effectively whenever they wanted. But both quarterbacks performed well. Let's talk about I was about to say Joe Burrow. Joe Flacco, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Flacco. He is a very elite quarterback. Remember that clip of Donald Trump? I think Joe Flacco is a very elite quarterback. Sure, we're going to see some edits of that. But what a performance by Joe Flacco, man. 31 of 47, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions on a damn Thursday night in primetime. Joe freaking Flacco, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco giving us a primetime classic. But Joe Flacco was getting it to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Feels like every play, man. It was just really freaking outstanding, man. Maybe they could give Cincinnati a spark, man. Maybe he can keep giving them a spark. Like, maybe their season isn't far from over because they're second in the division. Second easiest strength of schedule. You know, they have a great receiving core. With Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Joe Flacco's still good. The Bengals Joe Flacco trade is looking pretty smart because they need a named quarterback. Can't stick with fucking what the fuck his name, Jake Browning. Flacco is still that guy, man. Turning the clock back was Joe Flacco. Aaron Rodgers, 23 of 34, 249 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions by Aaron Rodgers. Man, that Hail Mary was 71 yards. I know it got knocked down, but still at his age, man, at age 41, throwing that shit 70 yards. But yeah, he was pretty good. Besides the 2 interceptions, I thought Joe, he played another great game. He threw that go-ahead touchdown, which made it 31-30. Of course, the defense couldn't get a stop. That was really the whole game. It felt like neither of these defenses could get a damn stop. But Aaron Rodgers had a great game, man. 4 touchdowns. I think he's threw, 10 or so touchdowns this season. Only 3 interceptions, maybe. 3, 4, maybe. So, both these quarterbacks, man, 40-plus years old, giving us a thriller on primetime. So now let's talk about these running games. You know, the quarterback's really damn good, but let's talk about these running games, man. Chase Brown, 11 runs, 108 yards, 9.8 yards per carry. Also, P. Ryan, 7 runs, 31 yards, 4.4 carry, but now Chase Brown's really struggled. The Bengals running game has been probably the worst in the NFL through the first few weeks. But 9.8 yards per carry when they ran the ball, it was explosive. Watching all be lost in that first half turnaround were the two explosive runs of Chase Brown, 27 and 37 yards. Some big explosive runs there in that second quarter, which was really the huge turnaround of this game, I thought. So maybe this offense can be unlocked, man, with Joe Flacco. We'll see, man, but Chase Brown had a phenomenal game. With the Steelers, Jaylen Warren, 16 runs, 127 yards, 7.9 yards per carry, had 4 catches for 31 yards. What a phenomenal game by Jaylen Warren. You know, despite the loss, the Steelers' offense showed up and kept them alive in this game. But there was a painful loss. If that Jaylen Warren touchdown doesn't get called back because of the hold, it felt they could win. Then also the false start on 4th and 1 for the tush push to give you 3 more downs to score in the red zone. 2 interceptions, and you still would have won. They kind of beat themselves with the interceptions and the hold and the false start. But Jaylen Warren had a great game, for sure. But Jalen Ramsey was trash, especially defensively. Gainwell, 3 runs, had 14 yards. Jamar Chase, dominant. 16 catches, 161 yards, 1 touchdown from Jamar Chase. Jalen Ramsey absolutely cooked him. He just absolutely cooked him. Steelers defense did what they do tonight when the game is on the line and you truly need them. They act like they've never played football. Jamar Chase was outrunning air with the game on the line. They just 23 targets tonight and 16 catches. Unreal. Higgins, 6 catches, 96 yards and a touchdown. Ishi Voss, 3 catches, 49 yards. And Noah Fant, 4 catches, 44 yards and a touchdown. Battle with an interception. Turner the second with an interception. McPherson 4 for 4 on field goals, including the game winner. And they improved to 3 and 4. The Steelers dropped to 4 and 2. Freiermuth, 5 catches, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Had a 60-something yarder that took the lead. But it really didn't matter because their defense choked. DK Metcalf, 3 catches, 50 yards. Jonnu Smith, 3 catches, 28 yards, and a touchdown. Roman Wilson, 2 catches, 17 yards. And Washington, 3 catches, 2 yards, and a touchdown. Man, all 4 of their touchdowns combined were to the tight ends tonight. That's Steelers football, baby. Benton with a sack. Hayward, half a sack from T.J. Watt. Boswell 1 for 1 on field goals. Quarter by quarter, the Steelers had 7 in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter, 7 in the third quarter, 14 in the fourth quarter. The offense played pretty good the whole night, I thought, besides that second quarter where it kind of got away. But other than that, I thought they played a pretty damn good offensive game. Cincinnati 0 in the first quarter, but 17 in the second quarter. I thought it was a turnaround. 3 in the third quarter, 13 in the fourth quarter. Team stats, Bengals had 470 total, 328 passing, 142 rushing, 6 yards per play, 27 first down, 7 for 14 on third down, 72, 1 for 1 on fourth down, 72 total plays, 2 sacks allowed, 3 punts, 4 penalties, no fumbles, no interceptions, 34 minutes time possession. Steelers 396 total, 249 passing, 147 rushing, 7 yards per play, 19 first down, 7 for 10 on third down. 0 for 0 on fourth down, 54 total plays, no sacks allowed, 2 punts, 7 penalties, no fumbles, 2 interceptions, time possession, 25 minutes. So it's really the interceptions that really come back to bite them, and that holding call which took away a touchdown, a false start and a tush push. But the story is never going to change for the Steelers defense. You can't throw as much money at the thing. You can throw as much money at the thing as you want, but great defenses in the NFL are coached by great defensive minds, and their defense just has got worse and worse as the years have went on. Steelers' defense is trash. Yeah, hell of a game, man. NFL is such an unpredictable sport. Great game between Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, man. It's all safe. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and text me out a lot. Peace, and leave your thoughts in the comment section below.